Hey, it's Rachel, and I want to talk to you about how to get your kids to do the things that they are supposed to do. Now, when I talk to parents about this, most people say, well, I was raised by parents who punished me when I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And while I'm not necessarily going to say that you shouldn't use punishment at all, I actually want to add more tools to your discipline toolbox because I think punishment tends to be an external motivator. So think about it. If you were raised by someone who punished you all the time, when that person wasn't around to punish you, did you still do the right thing all the time? Or did you say, hey, that person isn't around to punish me, so I can do what I want? I want you to be able to raise children who aren't doing the right thing simply because they're afraid to be punished, but they're doing the right thing because they are choosing to do the right thing. They're internally motivated to do the right thing. So how do we raise kids who are internally motivated to do the right thing? I think this comes from a balance of being both really firm with our kids, but also really respectful at the same time. So what do I mean by firm? I think it's really important that you do have really firm rules and boundaries in your home. Your kids know what is and isn't acceptable, and you enforce those boundaries really consistently. But the respectful piece means that instead of focusing on how can you punish them and make them feel really bad about what they've done, instead of doing that, you respect the fact that children and teens are actually missing certain tools. And you focus on giving them the tools to meet the rules and the boundaries instead of punishing them when they don't meet the rules and the boundaries. So, for example, I will tell you that kids and teens are both missing the ability to effectively control their impulses. They're also missing the ability to handle discomfort. Now, I would argue that a lot of adults are also struggling with the ability to handle discomfort, but kids and teens certainly don't know how to automatically do that. So if they're in a situation where they have homework or they have something they could be doing that's more fun, because they are impulsive and because they don't really know how to handle discomfort, they're going to choose the thing that's more fun over choosing the homework. So what we need to do is teach them how to control their impulses, teach them how to handle discomfort. So you could certainly tell them how you would handle it if you were in a situation where you had to do something and it was really uncomfortable and you didn't really want to. But more importantly, I think it's important to teach them their own tools so that they know how to handle it. To help them figure out what would work for them so that when they're at school or they're at a friend's house and you're not around, you've taught them that rules must be followed because you've been really firm, but you've also taught them how to follow those rules. So being able to be firm and respectful with your child, showing them that rules must be followed, but teaching them how to follow those rules, teaching them to feel capable even when there are boundaries and obstacles, that's one of the best gifts you can give your children, and that's really how you foster internal motivation. So if you want to know more about balancing firmness with respect, or if you want to figure out what tools is your child missing and how do you teach those tools, I encourage you to check out my online parenting community, and I will put a link below to the description of that community. So I hope that gives you some food for thought. I will see you next time.